about that time for me to go home.
I know it has been a little while since I have published a video and been active on the channel, and I apologize. To be honest, there have been so many distractions that have, I guess, blocked me from being motivated to give you updates about writing and to just write, period, which is crazy, right? So I just wanted to get on here today. I didn't want to do a long video, but I did want to update you guys on some of the projects that I'm currently working on, some of my works in progress, and you know, just to say hi, because it helps me when I hear about other writers and what they're working on. It's kind of like something that motivates me. It's like, man, look at all these people actually working on their projects when I know that I have a million different projects that I could be working on as well. So thank you guys, because there's more than a few of your channels that I check out frequently. So it's really motivating, and it's really nice to see other writers, you know, being active. So just to give you guys a rundown on a few different projects that I'm currently working on, I'll try to keep it brief as possible. So there is a screenplay. It's a feature project that I am trying to fix up. It's a project that somebody absolutely destroyed by using an AI app to write it. A friend of mine hired somebody, and he said, hey, I want this feature-length film. I want it to be comedy. I want it to involve these characters, yada, 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 yada. I wanted to have this plot. So just gave them the basic rundown of what he was looking for. And this particular writer got him this project back within like 2 to 3 weeks or something like that, right? I'm not saying that's not possible, but it did seem a little fishy to me. So he said, hey, I'm gonna send you this way, send this your way. Why don't you take a look at it? Let me know what you think. And immediately, I didn't like it at all. The characters didn't have depth. The plot was pretty weak. The comedy was like non-relatable. It just didn't make sense. It actually read like it was written by an AI bot. And I don't know, I can't really explain it. You guys that have probably encountered or come across projects that have been written by AI know exactly what I mean. It just didn't really have relatable things, and the characters were just bland. Like they had no, like, I don't know, color or spice or layers to them. They weren't really characters that we could relate to in any type of way, shape, or form. So there's that project. Instead of it being a rewrite, it's more like a delete the whole thing and start from the very beginning. So I'm working on that right now. I won't disclose the name of that project. I'm sure he will announce all of that, you know, very soon, because he's planning on actually producing the project. So that's pretty dope. And then I'm working on a book called Call Me Secret. This book I am very excited about. And if I had more time and if I had an actual writing schedule, I'm pretty sure I would be done with the book by now, because once I do sit down and write it, like words just flow and flow and flow and flow. That just lets me know that I'm super excited about it. But just to give you like a brief synopsis or an idea, this book is about a middle-aged woman. She's a mother, a wife. She lives the typical everyday suburban, you know, wife life. She is like the chauffeur for her boys. They're in a lot of sports. She takes them from here to there. And, you know, she's like the amazing wife that makes meals and that does this and does that. Amazing and whatever, yeah, whatever. But it's kind of weird because in the midst of all of that, she really doesn't have her own identity. Okay. So what I did with this story was I gave you a character who doesn't really have many layers in the beginning and really doesn't have her own identity. Her identity is seen through the people that she helps on a daily basis. And I kind of dropped a bomb within this story that forces her to reveal what her past was to her family, because her family has no idea of who she was in her past life. So this just tragic event that happens that slaps this family, causes the mom or forces the mom to share what her life was in the past, and this flips the family upside down in so many different ways. So this book or this story is like a roller coaster. It just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It's layered with so many different emotions. There's so many different things that you learn about this character, and it just takes you on a ride. So that, I am hoping that will be an actual novel. Like I said, I'm currently 16,000 words into that one. So it's writing, I'm writing it, but it's kind of like a slow burn currently because I still have to develop an actual writing schedule. I know I've been writing for so long, but you won't believe it, I still do not have a writing schedule. That's something that I am working on currently. So maybe one day I'll get there. I just haven't been able to successfully balance that with my work life, personal life, and all the good stuff in between. So I am still working on that. And then the other project that I'm working on is called Glow With Me. It's another book project that I've been kind of writing in the background. I'm at about 6,000 words on that one. That is a love story, which is a love story that doesn't do the typical love thing that you may see in movies or read in different books, to where you have two characters and they start at a young age and then they just grow and grow and grow together. Mine is kind of actually reverse. You have two characters, yes, they start together, but life just tears them apart and tears them apart and just constantly keeps tearing them apart. There's so many different blows that happens to the two main characters in this story. It's almost like while you're experiencing their trials and tribulations, you're able to just be grabbed and pulled into their lives and actually feel some type of way for them, because it's just so heavy. So throughout the story, you're just constantly wondering, are these characters ever going to reach the point to where they can come back together again? So it's Glow With Me. It's a constant battle of a love story that's there, but it's a love story that has to be fought for. And when I tell you that's another project that I'm super excited that I'm writing, it's just kind of weird because this project also has a long history, because I first wrote this project as a feature screenplay. We actually started to go into production for this project, and some things happened, and it caused a setback in my writing career, and a setback in so many other ways as well. But that's for a whole nother video. I can go in more in depth with that in another video, maybe a little later on. But anyways, it started as a screenplay, and since the movie did not come to be, I did not want to just shelf the story. I wanted to still bring this story out and share this story with anyone who would be willing to read it, because it's such a strong story. So it's called Glow With Me. It deals with two main characters who is faced with the battles of life and who has to work through those battles in order to find each other again. And it's a really, really powerful story. So I'm excited about that one as well. And I am just going to be, thrilled to be able to share that story with you guys. But those are really the three things that I'm currently working on. The screenplay, Glow With Me, and Call Me Secret. Those are my current works in progress. Now, I told myself that I cannot touch anything else until I get to the final stages of those three projects, because I have the tendency of starting a new project here and there and there. And that's one of my issues as well, because I'll start like 5 different projects and it'll take me forever to get done with one because my brain is being pulled in a million different places. Let me know below in the comments if you guys have that problem too. I'm trying to figure that out as well. Even though I've been writing for years, it's still something that I battle with. Also, recently, I want to say Reedsy is not sponsoring this video before I go into this, but I recently started using Reedsy, which is a writing app, and it's also an app where you can, interact with other writers and find editors and a number of different things. You can do so many different things on this app. But one thing that I do on this app that I find very useful is it allows you to plug in your writing goal. Like, say if I want to write a book that's 50,000 words, it lets you know how many words you have to write a day in order to reach that goal by whatever date you set it for. So for right now, there's a project that I'm trying to finish by August. So I put a date in there for August, and it lets me know, hey, Marcel, you have to write at least 500 words a day in order to reach this goal of 50,000 words. That is really motivating. It keeps me on track. And it just lets me know that I am working towards a bigger and more tangible goal by setting smaller goals. Because sometimes when we say, hey, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a novel, that can be just super overwhelming versus, hey, today I'm gonna finish a chapter. Hey, today I'm gonna write 2 scenes. Or hey, today I'm going to write 1,000 words. Those goals are more attainable than just sitting down and thinking that you're going to attack an entire book, because that's not realistic, especially if you have kids and you have a significant other and you have work and you just have so many other things happening in life. That's just not realistic. So Reedsy is a program that helps you set more realistic goals. Check it out. No, they're not sponsoring this video, but it is a very helpful tool. Hey guys, below, if you are currently writing something, why don't you drop the writing emoji in the comments below. And if you want to go further, go ahead and just share the title of the project you got going on in the comments below as well. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Keep writing. Peace.